Hey everyone, this is Ash and Rima from MEOdyssey, and today this is a re-record of a podcast that went wrong before. So, and apologies for any audio problems as well. I'm actually sat in Rima's front room at the moment, and I don't have my ordinary setup, and it's a bit ramshackle.
Yeah,
if we're being
pretty
honest.
much, yeah.
So yes, sorry for any audio issues. So we've got a different plan for this podcast, mainly because the stuff you talked about in the last one is now almost completely irrelevant. So it's far too long after.
Out of date,
So,
really.
yeah, it's completely out of date. So we're just going to answer the original questions that were sent to us on Twitter, which were quite a few of them anyway.
Yeah.
And then just a couple of updates and a bit of housekeeping and general, really. So, yeah. Sorry we couldn't bring you the original one.
We can basically tell them we were just going to discuss like our initial reactions to like gameplay footage and stuff, but we've kind of done videos on that already on our own. So.
Yeah, I think we're coming to the last of them now as well.
Yeah,
so I think it's pretty much done at this point anyway.
Yeah.
So did you want to start with questions first?
Yeah. So these are all from our Twitter ones. So one's from Stuart saying we hit 10,000 on YouTube, and that was a little while ago.
It was, yes.
And he asked whether we go back and look at older videos and just look at the channel's progression.
No,
we don't really know.
Because they're rubbish.
Yeah, we don't really watch ones because they're not so good.
Not saying our videos are good now, but they were much worse back then.
Yeah.
So, But
there's so many of the old ones too, because we
started
picking up and how quickly we really started releasing.
Well, we started, April last year?
Yeah.
And we were nearly on 200 videos now, so it's rubbish.
So Matty B asked us what our thoughts are about how Ryder Dad fits into the whole story. Whether he's an antagonist, lost, or we're searching for him and he's dead, or what.
Well, we were discussing this during dinner briefly, because it's coming up with another theory, I think.
And we're not talking about that.
And not talking about that one. But it could be either or, I suppose.
Just think that he's probably... I think gut instinct is he's probably not apparently there, is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
He's there, but he's not there.
Kind of, yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
It's difficult to say. Like, some things point to him being a not so good person.
Yeah.
Like, he's a bit of a shady dude. But...
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
It's very difficult to say. At this point, there's not enough being released about the characters.
But
which they probably will on 7 Day.
Maybe.
So,
yeah. Stefana asks when we are going to do a meetup, and it's funny, we were at...
we failed our first one.
Yeah, we were at MCM Glasgow, and we have to apologise to John, who tried to meet us, because we were there super early to get in, and we got in, and then we had been there, I think, about 5 hours, and John got in at that point, and we were leaving.
The basic gist of our day was we left
5 o'clock? No.
6:15.
6:15. So we were up. I was up since like 4:30.
Yeah, we didn't. I don't think we slept that well, to be honest. But yeah, we left at about 5:30.
I left mine. We picked you up, and
then we got there for about 8:30.
Yeah.
We arrived in the car park at 8:30, and had to wait in line for at least half an hour.
A bit more than that.
A bit more than that. They let in just after 9, and then we got in fairly quickly after that. Spent about a good 3 or 4 hours on the convention floor,
and then for about an hour kind of just chilling.
I think your mum had more fun than any of us, to be honest. But then we chilled for about half an hour, and we did try and give John a chance.
Yeah, literally as we were leaving, because John messaged us being like, do you want to do a meet up? And then we were like, we never saw it until we sat down, and then we messaged him.
No, it was in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, because we got in the car, we just packed the car up.
And we're like, shit.
I literally sat down.
Because we couldn't get in at that point.
Exactly. So you got in the front of the car, and I was like, there's a message on Twitter from John.
Sorry, John.
Sorry, John. Yeah, next time.
Bob asked whether we think that Mass Effect will be on the new Nintendo NX.
No.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of games on the Nintendo NX, to be honest. I think it's just going to be like...
It's going to be cool Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Zelda, Mario, all that stuff.
Like, I think the idea is they should do it, because obviously... But they're even planning to do old school stuff back. Is that not right? They're not going to be planning to like...
Well, the rumour is NX is going to be cartridges again. Which is like the SNES
silly.
and the NES. So...
Okay. Fayad asked, do you think there'll be any major alien species as important as the Krogan and the Turians? I think the Ket will be quite important, whoever they are.
I say, presuming he means new aliens, then yes, I think so. Definitely.
Yeah, that's in the question. I just forgot to say.
Okay.
I think they're going to definitely be new alien races. I think one of our companions will be definitely an alien.
Yes.
If not, at least more than one of them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But we'll need to wait and see.
Yeah.
Right. Then I'm scrolling through because it's like 3 tweets with different comments on it. Ben Reed asked, do you think Andromeda will come out on time? Also, how did you start playing Mass Effect? That's cheeky, that's 2 questions.
We shouldn't answer, really.
I'd like to say, as of this point, I think it will come out on time because they've delayed it once, and I don't think they're in trouble to...
I don't think they have room to delay it again.
No.
So, yeah.
I think part of their actual delay, not only to get the game polished and stuff like that, I think part of the delay is EA were freaking out because they would have been releasing with Battlefield and Titanfall, and I think they decided to give Battlefield a bit more of a push, especially.
I think it's better they waited until the beginning of next year because it would have conflicted with going up against one other game maybe, but two of them.
Yeah, and I think Titanfall's going to struggle against Battlefield.
Yes.
Because I think Battlefield's got so much press, and I think Titanfall's got that kind of like push because obviously it's already been. It's basically, from us playing it, is not that much of a big change from the original game. No. It's still a good core standard game, but I think Battlefield's going to be the thing that kind of challenges it a lot. Let's see.
Did he have a second question in there?
Oh yeah, how did we start playing Mass Effect?
I bought the game. Sorry, that's right.
I don't know. I don't know how
I didn't start playing it until just before the second one came out.
I think I was very similar. I started playing Mass Effect 1 when Mass Effect 2 I think had already come out. Yeah. And I played them both on the PC first before I bought them on the console.
Only distinct memory I have, and this is of Mass Effect 2, which was buying it just after it released, and I just played for it and plowed for it in a week. My flatmate at the time, she was not happy with me because I just took up the TV.
Right. So, yeah. Announce Mancini asks, N70, under or over 50% that we get a story trailer? I think we're over.
Over 50%.
Yeah, I'm pretty
sure. Pretty sure, yeah. I don't see why they wouldn't at this point. They released every other kind of trailer they could do. So it has to be story at this point.
I think so, yeah. Okay, let's see. Gary Cavill asks, if they do a Mass Effect remaster, do you think they should do a Dragon Age remaster as well? Maybe a BioWare collection? When we originally recorded this, we had a bit of discussion about this.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do a BioWare collection and combine the lot because I don't think that's business-wise sensible.
No. I think it's much smarter for them to do a Mass Effect one. As much as I would love to do a Dragon Age one, and you pointed last time we recorded this, they'd probably have to redo them a Dragon Age one to do it.
Dragon Age, the first game they'd have to redo the entire thing.
The game is playable. It is playable.
Yes.
Like, for hardcore people, I think they would appreciate it. But I would say, the reason is, Mass Effect obviously is like 1, 2, 3, they're all basically connected, where Dragon Age isn't as connected, so you could play them on different platforms if you needed to. Though I would say, because Dragon Age Inquisition's already on the current gen, there's less for them to do.
It's true.
So
true.
I hope both of them come out. Let's just say that. Stefana says day-night cycle is a possibility. Now, when we answered this last time, I forgot something, and I've been watching a lot of stuff for a theory we're doing, and in their first E3 2014 trailer, which was basically just like behind the scenes kind of stuff, they actually showed day and night cycles, and I didn't realize this until I rewatched it like 2 days ago.
Did they?
Yeah, like you can watch it. They show like the camp, and there's like a day and night, and the stars come out, so you can put that in the video when you see it. But there are day-night cycles in that conceptual design, so I'm going to say yes, highly probable there's going to be day-night cycles.
Wow, I didn't even know that myself.
Yeah.
Well, I feel stupid.
This is what happens when you watch like the all 5 videos. You
always miss something.
Yeah.
You always miss something.
Skeeg asks, do you feel like BioWare is trying to avoid copy and paste feel like they had in Mass Effect 1?
Oh, yes.
I think so. I think they said that themselves.
I think that's one of the main drawbacks I had from Mass Effect 1, other than the control system that infuriated me, was the fact that the planets were all basically the same. They're just different colours.
I think the devs have said that, though. They said that they want to have the Mass Effect feel, but they want to make it a bigger and more full world.
Definitely.
Marcus Swanson the third, or 3, says, just some questions. Where or what happened to Mom Rider? Where each rider member put on where each rider member put on different arc ships, and did rider dad know Shepard? There's 3 questions in that. We'll say the first one we don't want to answer because that's possibly going to come out in a video, but
it's a work in progress, that particular
but let's just say that at least Mac Walter said that everyone has their story when he was asked about Mom Rider.
Yes, there will be something on Mom Rider.
So
yeah,
if you want to learn a little bit more about that, that's in our Family Theory Part 3 video that we released a few weeks ago.
No, Family Theory updated.
Yes. Sorry. Where each writer put on different arcs. That's an interesting thought. They all maybe end up in different places at different times.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's possible.
Yeah. Did Dad Ryder know Shepard? Again. I guess if they were both N7s.
Yeah.
Maybe they went to the same N7 class together. I don't know. Right, last set of questions. Bear with me while I try and actually get the questions.
We've really in like 10 minutes.
I know, we've got some updates to do. Stefano's back again saying, pets possible, sort of like Dragon Age Origins Babari.
3 questions from Stefano.
I call it Meiji.
Yeah.
Do you think pets will be possible? We also had a big disagreement about... Well, not disagreement, we had discussion.
Disagreement.
Maybe we'll get some in Mass Effect Andromeda. Maybe we'll pick some up.
I say it depends, because I think I said they wouldn't do it. Like, it's something to go around with you, I'd said no. But if it's on the level of Mass Effect 3, where you get like a fish tank or a gerbil or a hamster, whatever it was, then yeah, maybe. So.
Well, that's gonna be in the audio now.
Yeah. Sorry for the car alarm, everyone.
I don't know. If I think possibly you might pick up something, you may have a chance to play with a little companion buddy. Woo woo woo.
You literally turned it off and it just started up again.
But I don't know. We might bring something with us. You never know.
It's true.
Called an archer for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Death by Ray 777 says any new weapon ideas that you'd like to see in Andromeda. More of the same, to be honest. I'd like to see.
Well, there was a whole thing, and this is something we didn't touch on in the original recording, was that someone on Twitter sent us that thing about updated or modified weapons of the original ones and stuff like that. So I think, bar maybe 1 or 2, I think most of them will just be updated or
I think they'll be customizable.
Modernised versions of the original ones. So.
I think they'll be customizable more than they were in Mass Effect 3. I don't think mods won't be the only thing you'll be able to attach to them. I think they'll be just a bit more advanced.
Yeah.
Nadir asks, what do you think Ryder would be titled? Commander Shepard, for example? What do you think will replace the Paragon/Renegade system? I don't think Ryder's going to be high level enough to get a standard rank. When I not say ensign last time because he's a naval officer. Yeah. I think if he is going to be military, or if she or he is going to be military, they're going to be lower of rank, I think.
Yeah. That reminds me of what your mum said in the car on the way back yesterday as well.
What's that?
Captain Shepard.
Oh yeah, Captain Shepard.
Captain Shepard.
What do you think they'll replace the Paragon Renegade system with?
That's been discussed a lot.
Well, they've said that there's going to be
more a morality system.
Yeah, it's going to be more morality. I think it's going to be more advanced of the Dragon Age system, where you can do things like you can do really like dubious things and stuff like that, but it'll affect your morality in a way. More like I don't want to say like dark side, light side, but I think your morality will depend on how people see you rather than affecting your ability. It will affect people's
vision of you. From one point to another. So yeah.
And Devon asked the same thing, day and night cycles, but we've kind of already discussed that.
Oh, we covered that one. Yeah.
And that actually looks like all the questions.
Hey, that only took 13 minutes.
Oh God, jeez, people are loud today.
Just gonna apologise every so often. A big noise happens.
Yeah, sorry, we were doing this.
Do you normally record in here?
No, I don't.
That's probably why then.
It's the only much space that we have would be in this room. But
yes, that's all the questions. So it was a bit more rushed this time, so we can only apologise.
But we can kind of discuss other stuff.
Yeah, I might as well start with the bad news, I suppose. We are stopping the gameplay.
Yeah.
Already. Would you like to tell them?
Well, the first
your ones did better than mine.
The first video that we released, which was my one, was it did okay. Actually, did better than I thought it was going. It was just under 3,000.
No, your first one. Your first one got over.
It's not hit 3,000. It's on 2. Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I don't think it's true.
Check.
Anyway,
check on your new fancy phone.
Yes. Okay. But no, and since then it's kind of had a big drop off, and as much as doing the gameplay's fun, it takes a lot of time to actually do it and edit it.
Playing it's not so bad, it's the editing that's the problem.
Yeah, syncing can be a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
And if it's going to take away our time from doing like our other videos, which are like the theory and new stuff, it's probably better for us to commit time to that. So it was a fun experiment to see how many people wanted it, and clearly it's not as popular as the other stuff. Which doesn't mean we might not pick it up when Mass Effect Andromeda comes out. Yeah. Because we probably will pick it up for Mass Effect Andromeda.
Just original trilogy stuff will not continue after Tuesday. Yeah,
because Tuesday I think is my third part. I do actually have enough recorded to actually record 4 and 5 as well. Well, actually, not record, edit 4 and 5, which is, takes it all the way up to end of Palaven. But I don't know whether I'm going to actually edit that, because I think if it's not going to get enough views...
Might keep it in reserve just in case.
Yeah, I might just keep it in reserve, because if it's not going to get a huge amount of views. It makes it sound really callous because we don't do this for views, but it's clearly taking a time slot from another video that probably would be more enjoyable for everyone. So if we do get a lot of feedback where people want to see it, we might bring it back.
Yeah.
But it takes time away from a
It's one of
theory
those
or
things,
something.
you have to weigh up other videos and ideas against.
I think because of that, because of the gameplay, we kind of pushed back things like lore videos and a few theory videos that we were planning to release, but we never did it because we thought we'd let the gameplay run. And clearly they aren't as popular, so because people have been asking for the other ones, we might bring them back and put the...
It's a kind of a wait and see kind of thing. We'd like to do stuff for Andromeda, but it's more if you guys want it on anything. So we've got a plan in case that comes along, but but obviously we've still got months left yet.
Yeah.
It's disappointing, but we got stuff to fill it. So just. So this week might be a bit of a struggle because
I think this week we've got enough.
Yeah.
I'd rather to actually spend my time doing things like theories and wishlist videos because they're more...
I think they're more fun, to be honest. Just purely because...
They get more of a discussion going, don't they?
Yeah.
I guess, what was the last point we were going to talk about? Release date?
Yes. The release date leak.
Speculation. It was not a leak.
I'm going to say air quotes here, because...
No, it's not. It's a speculation.
It is. It is. Do you think it's...
I'd like to say that they're fairly on... I think everyone's been speculating it's going to come at the end of March at some point, isn't it?
Which is basically what every placeholder is on Amazon or any other site you buy it from. And
thing with release dates for books and stuff is it releases in different places every... Like... It releases in different places and times in different regions.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. From the videos I watched, I don't know whether it was a US date that they had on there or was that different?
Yeah, I think the main comparison was the Dragon Age art book and Dragon Age Inquisition both came out on the 18th, but they did not release the same in Europe.
No, they came out. The game came out like 3 days after, I think. No,
3 days before. The book came out 3 days after.
No, the game came out the 21st, and the book came out even later than that. The book didn't release for ages in the year, so I'm like, it's a pretty good speculation. It's probably bang on. It's going to be end of March at some point, I think. Though you never know.
I think any time in March is any time anyone says anything in March is a good date. But personally, I think it's just speculation. Everyone's saying March anyway. I didn't see. That's why we haven't done a news video on it. This won't come out until like the 20.
I think we'll get a date on probably November the 7th. I think.
Oh yeah.
I think they'll probably give us a release date.
Yeah.
And if
definitely.
not, they might even announce collector's edition on November the 7th.
Oh, I hope so.
I'm hoping they will. They did that before. They don't do that in Dragon Age. They did it for Dragon Age. There a couple of months before, like 4 or 5 months ago before, they were like, let's just talk about...
I don't remember. No.
There's a lot of streams I watched during that time.
That's true.
But yeah, it's a good speculation. It's probably better than any other speculation that we have at this point, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Anything we all do at this point is guessing. So
yeah,
I would say if it's going to be a release date, it's going to be a release date in the US. I think it's not going to be a release date anywhere else. Because I think, unfortunately for us, I think we're going to get it either behind or we'll get it earlier because some games are now coming out earlier in the EU. In the EU.
It's a similar sort of thing with movies and TV shows these days. A lot of them now release in the UK first.
Yeah.
And then come out like a week later in the US or something. So it could be exactly the same, but it could be the same as it normally is. It releases in the US on the 21st of March.
It also depends on what the content of the art book is because I don't know.
If it's spoilerish, then they would want to wait until after, I'd imagine. All at the same time. But
I guess. Depends on what's included. I guess if there's like companion artwork that we don't know what the companions are, then obviously we're like, oh, that's a companion, eh?
Plus, the artwork for this art, and this is what this all come from, by the way, we haven't actually mentioned this. This has all come from a listing on a book website, which has the art of Mass Effect Andromeda. And the art they've chosen for that is not the art I would have chosen.
What was it? I don't know.
It was that one, it's the concept art of the guy with the galaxy map coming out of his wrist and looking up like that. It's not a good cover for an art book.
Unless it's a placeholder picture.
It's not the most artistic thing. I would have gone with the waterfall one with the structure. That looks much more free.
Well, they have to pick a character. It's always been a character, right?
True.
Or
that was
characters.
a very early concept art there as well. So it would surprise me if they chose that one.
Unless it's a placeholder thing. Unless that entire thing was a placeholder thing.
Yeah.
Unless that entire thing is...
Well, it's true because you think back to the novels and that whole thing kicked off and we've had nothing since. Nothing at all. Those listings have disappeared as well. So... Yeah.
At this point, I don't know what would come off it actually in the end. And it's a case of just, I guess, waiting and see. I think we're not speculating, but again, we're not contradicting. It's probably going to come out in March. So
yeah, we're quite happy with that. So that's what we've always been aiming and working towards. So why the hell not?
Yeah.
So, and I think,
that's my TV turn.
So your Xbox and TV just turned off.
Yeah.
But I think that was it, really.
Yeah, that's
just a very short, quick one. And that's it, really. So thank you very much for listening and for watching. As always, you can subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all things Mass Effect, and you can help the channel to grow by sharing the video too. Thank you very much for listening and for watching once again. We'll see you very, very soon.